Chapter 2. The Reactionless Drive. A reactionless drive is a propulsion system that propels by a force created internally within the system itself. It can propel in any environment where vehicles are in use today. It works the same way whether at the bottom of the ocean, on the surface of the Earth, or in interstellar space. All it needs is an energy source. Anything from steam to solar energy may be utilized to produce the propulsive effect. Imagine a car using this kind of drive. There would be no need for a transmission or drivetrain to turn the wheels. Instead, the engine would produce a thrust within the car. In this system, all the wheels do is give the car something to roll on. You could operate such an auto anywhere on the surface. By directing your force upward, you could lift the vehicle as high off the ground as you wished, and then let it down fast or gently. If you accelerated a reactionless drive vehicle at 1G, it would go 0 to 65 miles per hour in 3 seconds flat, or if you reverse the force, braking in the same 3 seconds, even on the slickest patch of ice. Now imagine an aircraft powered by this. In a conventional system, the propellant that lifts the plane is air. Wings require a large surface area to generate lift due to the low density of air, which gets lower the higher you go until this lift function is lost. With the reactionless drive, however, lift is produced within, so wings and propellers are completely unnecessary, allowing for a narrower silhouette with less drag. At higher altitudes, friction and gravitational resistance lessens, resulting in greater efficiency. True hovering craft would be perfectly feasible. Such force-borne aircraft could stop in midair and yet hold altitude. In space, a reactionless drive will do things beyond the ability of any propulsion system available today. Presently, the rocket is the prime means of launching from Earth, but its extremely low efficiency, 2% or less, makes it a less than satisfactory method of travel. This inefficiency prevents it from accelerating for more than a short period. In contrast, the energy needs of a reactionless drive are so exceedingly small that it could continuously accelerate indefinitely. After 24 hours of acceleration at 1G, such a spacecraft would be moving at almost 2 million miles per hour and still gaining speed. A trip from Earth to Mars would take less than 3 days when Mars is closest, or about 5 days when Mars is at the far side of the Sun. This rate of acceleration duplicates the effects of normal gravity, so passengers could not distinguish between sitting in the ship or relaxing at home. A rocket cannot even approach this potential. What influence would the reactionless drive have on our planet and our lives? All transportation costs would drop. Flying would not only be cheaper, but faster and super safe. Commuting, no longer limited by narrow roads and bridges, would be far easier. Shipping goods to anywhere in the world would be a swift matter, especially useful in times of emergency. Delivery vehicles could unload their cargo anywhere, whether the 36th floor of a skyscraper or the top of a distant mountain. Ships with units in the stern and the bow could actually direct the force so the ship could dock sideways. Strap a lightweight force pack on your back, and you can float with the breeze, glide with the birds, and drift with the clouds. Traveling adventurers and photographers could easily reach isolated locations. Fishing enthusiasts could drop in on some virgin lake to make that last lucky catch of the day. Powerful units could be used to relocate entire buildings. Houses could be constructed with specialized foundations that could allow them to be lifted and flown to just about anywhere. Instead of packing up and renting a vacation home, just take your own residence and personal belongings with you. Large office buildings and skyscrapers could be built outside a city and then moved into place, eliminating urban construction site clogging and noise. Putting a payload into Earth's orbit would be a fraction of the cost of contemporary technology. With the use of the reactionless drive in space, we may begin colonizing other worlds within a generation. Travel near or possibly beyond the speed of light makes the vast, incomprehensible distances between stars navigable. Access to the solar system and the stars would open up countless positions in exploration, research, and mining. We may find more gold and diamonds out there than we'll know what to do with. Vital natural resources could become abundant. The availability of unlimited territory should ease pressure on territorial disputes and land acquisition. Exotic jobs would come into being. How would you like to be a tour guide on excursion trips around the solar system? When the curtains of the reactionless drive-based future have been fully opened, there will be no losers. New opportunities and frontiers could have deeply inspirational effects on humankind. Every one of us will benefit.